Have you ever wondered why the Philippines might soon outpace Japan, one of the world's leading economies? The answer lies in the contrasting economic and demographic trends between these two Asian nations. Japan, known as the land of the rising sun, has long been a beacon of technological innovation and economic prowess. However, beneath the surface of this bustling economy, Japan faces a significant challenge: an aging population. In fact, the country has one of the highest median ages in the world, with more than a quarter of its population over the age of 65. This demographic shift is leading to a shrinking workforce, which may limit Japan's economic growth potential. On the other hand, we have the Philippines, often referred to as the Pearl of the Orient Seas. This archipelagic nation is characterized by a young and growing population. It's estimated that more than half of the country's population is under the age of 24. This youthful demographic is a key asset that could drive the Philippines' economic growth in the coming years. Furthermore, the Philippine economy, while still developing, has shown promising signs of growth. Over the past decade, the country has consistently posted strong economic growth rates, often exceeding those of more developed Asian economies. This trend is expected to continue, with projections suggesting the Philippines could become one of the fastest-growing economies in Asia. But it's not just about the numbers and the demographics. The Philippines' growth story is also underpinned by a culture of resilience, innovation, and an unwavering entrepreneurial spirit. These characteristics, combined with the nation's young, dynamic population, could be the key ingredients that propel the Philippines to new economic heights. The stage is set for an interesting economic race in Asia, but what factors could propel the Philippines past Japan? Well, that's a story for the next scenes. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the demographic advantage, the power of OFWs and BPOs, and the role of infrastructure and investment in shaping the future of these two nations. Subscribe for more amazing content and keep wondering. Can you imagine how a country's population can fuel its economic growth? Now picture this: the Philippines, a nation brimming with youthful vigor, ready to seize the day. This is the magic of the demographic dividend, a phenomenon where a country sees a surge in economic growth when its working-age population surpasses the non-working age population. The Philippines is right on track to reap this demographic dividend. With a median age of just 23 years, the country has a vast pool of young individuals ready to enter the workforce. This presents an incredible opportunity for economic growth. More people working means more production, more consumption, and ultimately, a more robust economy. On the other hand, let's take a look at Japan. The country is grappling with an aging population, with a median age of 48 years. This demographic dynamic presents a stark contrast to the Philippines and poses significant economic challenges. The graying population means a shrinking workforce, leading to a slowdown in economic activity. It also means an increased burden on social security systems as the number of retirees grows. These demographic trends are not just theoretical, they have real-world implications. For instance, Japan's working-age population has been on a decline since the 90s, and this trend is projected to continue. Meanwhile, the Philippines is poised for a demographic boom, with its working-age population expected to double in the next 30 years. But of course, a youthful population alone doesn't guarantee economic success. It needs to be harnessed properly. With the right investments in education, health, and job creation, the Philippines can ensure that its young population contributes positively to its economy. A youthful population can be a powerful economic engine, but it's not the only factor. What else can boost the Philippines' growth? Well, stay tuned as we delve into the power of overseas Filipino workers and the burgeoning business process outsourcing industry in the next scene. What if the secret to the Philippines' economic growth lies not within its borders but beyond them? When we talk about the economic powerhouses of the Philippines, two sectors that immediately spring to mind are the overseas Filipino workers, or OFWs, and the business process outsourcing, or BPO industry. These sectors are not just significant, they are colossal. and their contributions to the nation's gross domestic product are both substantial and critical. Let's start with the OFWs, the unsung heroes of the Philippine economy. These are individuals who leave their homes, their families, their familiar surroundings, all to seek better job opportunities abroad. And their efforts are not in vain. In 2023 alone, OFWs remitted an estimated $30 billion back to the Philippines. That's right, $30 billion, making up almost 10% of the country's GDP. This money fuels consumption, drives economic growth, and provides a lifeline for millions of families back home. On the other hand, we have the BPO industry, a sector that has experienced phenomenal growth in the last 2 decades. BPOs in the Philippines offer services from customer support to software development, from medical transcription to legal services. This industry, which started as a simple call center operation, has now evolved into a sophisticated, multi-billion-dollar sector. It's estimated that the BPO industry contributed over $20 billion to the Philippine economy in 2023, accounting for about 7% of the country's GDP. In a nutshell, the OFWs and the BPO industry together contribute a staggering 17% to the Philippines' GDP. And it's not just about the numbers. These sectors are creating jobs, fostering innovation, and driving economic growth in the country. So, when we talk about the future of the Philippines, we cannot ignore the power of OFWs and BPOs. They are not just contributors to the economy, they are the pillars on which the nation's economic growth rests. Now let's take a quick break to remind you to hit the subscribe button if you're enjoying the content. Are you enjoying this exploration of the economic futures of Japan and the Philippines? Don't miss out on more. Hit that subscribe button, and you'll always be in the loop for our deep dives into fascinating topics. Now, let's dive back into our discussion. Could bridges, roads, and foreign investments be the keys to the Philippines' economic leap? The answer, my friends, is a resounding yes. Let's delve into how this Southeast Asian nation is making serious strides in infrastructure and investment, and the impact these elements have on its economic growth. The Philippine government has launched an ambitious infrastructure development program, aptly named Build, Build, Build. It's a grand plan to construct, upgrade, and rehabilitate thousands of miles of roads, bridges, airports, and other key infrastructures across the country. The aim? To foster economic growth, create jobs, and improve the quality of life for millions of Filipinos. But it's not just about building physical structures. The government is also investing heavily in digital infrastructure. The aim here is to bolster the country's digital economy and make the Philippines a key player in the global tech scene. This is a smart move considering the world's increasing dependency on technology and the digital economy. Now let's talk about foreign investments. The Philippines has seen a steady increase in foreign direct investment, FDI, over the past few years. Investors from around the globe are attracted by the country's growing economy, young and dynamic workforce, and strategic location. These investments are not just boosting the country's economy, but are also leading to technology transfer, job creation, and the development of new industries. The impact of these infrastructure projects and foreign investments on the country's economy cannot be overstated. They are driving economic growth, creating millions of jobs, and improving the quality of life for Filipinos. They are also helping the country move up the value chain, transitioning from a primarily agricultural economy to a more diversified and industrialized one. So, what does all this mean for the Philippines' economic future? It means that the country is well on its way to becoming a major economic player in Asia, and perhaps even beyond. The government's aggressive infrastructure development plan, coupled with growing foreign investments, are setting the stage for a prosperous future for the Philippines. With all these factors at play, the Philippines' economic future certainly looks promising. So keep your eyes on this Southeast Asian nation as it continues its economic ascent. So, what does the future hold for these Asian economies? Well, let's recap what we've discussed so far. The Philippines boasts a demographic advantage with a youthful population that's primed to drive economic growth. This contrasts with Japan's aging population, which could potentially slow its economic progress. Then, we delved into the power of overseas Filipino workers and business process outsourcing industries. They're not just significant contributors to the Philippines' economy, but are also catalysts for change, bringing in new skills, ideas, and capital. Japan, on the other hand, has a relatively closed labor market, which could limit its economic dynamism. We also explored the impressive strides the Philippines has been making in terms of infrastructure development and attracting foreign investment. These elements are crucial for economic growth, and the Philippines is clearly capitalizing on them. Japan, despite its advanced infrastructure, isn't seeing the same level of foreign investment, which could hamper its future growth. So, what's the forecast based on these factors? Well, the Philippines is showing all the signs of an economy on the rise, ready to take on bigger players like Japan. The land of the rising sun, however, may need to rethink its strategies to keep pace. The Philippines is poised to outgrow Japan, and only time will tell the tale. Don't forget to subscribe for more amazing content and keep wondering. Don't miss out on future explorations and discoveries. Hit subscribe and ring the bell to stay updated with our new content. Your journey of wonder continues with every video. Stay connected and engaged on social media. Continue the conversation, follow us. Thank you for being a part of the Have You Ever Wondered community. Keep wondering, keep discovering. Until next time.